G Production.
Got the baddest bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now. Let my bitch off the purse, she get 100 rounds. 100 rounds, hold me down.
Alright y'all, so this is gonna be a different type of video. I don't really make videos like this. I hate the whole intro. I feel like everybody be doing it when it's a serious video, but y'all, this is a very, very, very serious video. It's so sad that I had to make this, but I'm actually happy that, number one, I'm here to tell you the story, and I just want to bring some awareness. I don't really do videos like that, like awareness and stuff like that, but obviously I have to bring it to y'all. Y'all my peoples, and I just gotta do what I gotta do. So the reason that I am coming to you today is because something almost happened to me that was really, like, I don't want to say super traumatic, because thank God it didn't escalate to where it could have if different circumstances was, you know, in play. But as you can see by the title, I literally was almost carjacked, and y'all, it's just okay. So basically, if you live in Atlanta, I'm only saying Atlanta because it's very popular out here, carjacking, breaking, you know how they break into cars out here and stuff like that. They steal cars a lot out here, like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that regarding to cars, and they're breaking and entering and stuff like that. It's very popular in Atlanta. So I do want to, like I said, raise awareness. It's so crazy. I can't even believe I'm telling the story, because, you know, when you think of certain things, you could be like, you just be like, dang, this only happened in movies, or it happens to everybody else but me. But it literally could have been me if, like I said. So what wound up happening was, me and my boyfriend was coming back from a spot, and you know, we just in a car cruising, very regular, very, you know, normal night per se. It was nighttime, of course, or nighttime, morning, whatever. And somebody like ran to the back of my car, and I was immediately super annoyed, because it's just like, I have, not even to say it in any type of crazy way, I don't want anybody to make it seem like I'm trying to make my car seem better than anybody else's, but I have a luxury car, I have a Range Rover, and y'all know them parts is expensive. Like, to fix a Range Rover, compared to my Honda, I used to have a Honda before this, and Honda parts are still slightly expensive, but compared to a Range Rover, oh my god, what in the $1,000 of repair is going on here? Okay, you know, of course I could, like, I don't even want to say I could laugh about it right now, because I'm not laughing really, but it was just too much going on. So somebody ran into the back of my car, and immediately I was super annoyed, and I was just like, what the bro, like, what is going on? So one thing I really love about my car is the fact that you know how you have the rear view mirror and stuff like that. Usually it just mirrors the back window, but my mirror is actually, there's a camera on top of my car that allows me to see clearly into the person behind me's car. Like, I can see you picking your nose, I can see your face, I can see who you're with, I can see slightly who's in the back seat. Like, I can see everything that's going on vividly, and they put that in my car because my rear view, I guess, window, or whatever the case may be, the way it's built, it's kind of small, and if you have things in the car or in the trunk, it's so easy to block, and it's very hard for you to see out that window. So they put like a camera right there just to, you know, kind of substitute. And of course you can flip back and forth the rear view mirror to where if you want to look through it as if it was like a regular car, or how a normal car's rear view mirror is, or you can switch to the camera setting where they just show you what's recording and you can see from the back. So that's one of the main things I love about my car. Thank God, because this is one of the main things that saved this situation from turning out totally different. So we looked in the mirror, and we was just like, just seeing a car full of men in ski masks, and then we was just like, you know, in my mind I'm thinking sex trafficking. Y'all know I'm into like murder shows, y'all know I'm into like murder mysteries, sex trafficking, stuff like that. So I'm already aware about a lot of things that happen like that. Like, you know how they say, if you see a zip tie on your car, you see a t-shirt on your car, if you see a random note on your car, don't stand there, especially when you're parked in a parking lot. So if you come to your car and see something off about your car, somebody purposely placed something on your car, you don't stand there to figure out what it is. You drive off, and then I guess figure it out at a later point in time. So I'm already kind of aware about these type of things, but that's what was in my mind, like kidnapping, stuff like that. What was in my boyfriend's mind? Well, what was in your mind?
I thought they was trying to rob us.
They can't hear you from the floor.
I thought they was trying to rob us.
He immediately, when we saw...
No, I thought they followed us from the studio, and that's what, you feel me?
So he thought that people was following us from the studio, and they was just trying to rob us or something like that. So I just told y'all what I was thinking. He was thinking that. But either way, both of us was thinking this is not a super random situation. Like, this had to be calculated somehow, because look at where we are. Like, you know, it wasn't really making any sense. So I just feel like, alright, let's put this in perspective. If I wasn't with him, this is what I said I would have probably done. So somebody would have ran in the back of my car. Of course, your first instinct would be to get out the car and look at what's going on. But given the fact that I could literally clearly see what's going on in my rearview mirror camera thing, I'm just like, if I wasn't with him, I'm a girl, I'm petite, I have a luxury car, I'm not trying to get kidnapped. Like, it's just a weird type of situation. So I feel like, honestly, I don't know exactly what I would have done, but if I could pick something that I would have done in that moment, I probably would have got out. Or if I would have peeped it the way I should have, I would have waited until they got out the car first to kind of see what was going on. And if they did pull out their guns or try to back me down or something like that, I probably would have ducked and just straight accelerated. And where the area where it happened at, there was no cameras, there was nobody around. It's just homeless people in the cut. Like, it's right off the exit on the highway. So it's literally was the perfect place to do any type of crime. You understand? So I feel like that's what would have happened. And either they would have followed me and kept trying to back me down. They could have robbed me. They could have raped me. They could have kidnapped me. They could have did anything to me. Because a part of me is like, I don't want to go out without a fight. But a part of me is like, are you dumb? You could buy a car again. You can't buy your life again. You know what I'm saying? But being that he was there, I guess he was thinking a little bit more different. And once they hit us, we still was sitting in the car trying to figure out what exactly was going on.
Nah, I immediately knew. The first thing I said was, give me the chop. That was the first thing I said. It's just weird because it's never in your bag. That was the first time I ever put the gun in your bag.
Don't. Yeah, well, yeah.
It's Florida.
Yeah. It's Atlanta. I know.
Guns is legal.
I know. But I guess he was already on timing, basically. And we was already thinking, and he was already talking to me, but by the time that happened, they already pulled up beside us. Now, I don't know what made them pull up beside us, to be honest, now that I think about it, because it's like, you bump, aren't you gonna wait for somebody to come out? But I figured the fact that they didn't see us come out the car, they felt like they had to come beside the car and see for themselves who was really in the front seat type situation. And when that happened, and my boyfriend was talking to them, or whatever the case may be, they just looked like it really was an accident. It didn't look like they was trying to really do anything. So I guess they had their little words or whatever. Then my boyfriend kind of got out the car a little bit and was talking to them and observing who was in the car and everything like that. And he mentioned that somebody in the back seat rolled down their window and had on like a ski mask and stuff like that, like moving a little sus or whatever the case may be. And that's just like, yo, what the, bro? What the, you know? But they wasn't on timing really. Like, they looked like they was a little startled or surprised to see that it was a man in the front seat.
They was 100% expecting a female.
But the way the guy was talking to you, he really made his tone, he's good. Like, he really made it seem like it was an accident.
No, it's not even that he made it seem like it was an accident. He just wanted to get out the situation because they didn't know what type of timing I was on. You gotta understand, bro. Nigga.
But I just felt like what made them not go through with their plan just because think about it, it was what, 4 or 5 of them in the car and 1 you.
So?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta understand, Paris. Just cause you good at something, just cause you doing something don't mean you good at it.
So wait, do you think that the guy in the front was just a driver? Because he gave me those vibes, he was just a driver.
Yeah, and I think the nigga in the passenger seat made the decision to be like, nah, not this one.
Don't.
Respectfully, it took me mad long to get out that car. They hit the light, we waited for the light to change to get out. The first thing
That's what I was saying, like, we waited a little while, we ain't just like, you know.
Like, whole time, me personally, that was me, I would have been wondering what the fuck was taking them so long to react.
Right.
And respectfully, I would have already assumed that they already was getting a chop out, whatever.
Prepare,
you understand, you gonna rob somebody, ain't no robbery worth getting shot.
True.
Unless you robbing a motherfucking bank.
Yeah, but if it's 5 against 1, you got a better chance.
It don't matter. Was somebody gonna get hit up?
True.
Respectfully, the best robbery is one where nobody get hurt. Yeah. Which means that's why niggas rob females. Because they know her. 9 times out of 10, even if a bitch got a gun on her, she might be scared to use it.
Right.
Respectfully.
See, this one. But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. And we was just kind of like, well, the situation ended by the guy was supposedly gonna send my boyfriend money and cash. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie, I was pushing the issue though. That's really what it was. I was mad assertive and I was pushing the issue like, so like, what's up, bro? Like, how much rent you got for me? Like, you hit my car. What is it gonna be? Like,
what you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, like, what is
Nah,
it,
you
bro?
that was
like
though.
what? Like, I'm gonna fuck with this 4 niggas, 5 niggas, or 10. Like, what is it gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
Cause at the end of the day, there's a bullet in the chop for each one of y'all, respectfully. I'm not even gonna say it like that, but I'm just saying.
But it
like,
is, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be used for anyway.
You hit my girl car, bro. Where your bread at? Respectfully.
Right.
Where your bread
He
at?
was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna cash up you, bro. Like, like he was just trying to play it off. Boom, boom, whatever. The night ended. We was just thinking about it. Like, we had our thoughts about what it could have been, but still we never would have really knew until the next morning when his best friend sent him a video of them same guys doing the same exact thing a few blocks away from my house to another girl, but they actually succeeded in their mission and they backed her down with a gun and they stole her car. So we both was like, nah, that's mad crazy. Like, that really could have been me and not us. That could have been me, because obviously they wasn't gonna be on time. And if it was me and him, but if it was just me and knowing who, like, long story short, that just would have been me. Put it like that. And who knows if that would have been me and they still would have been out to do that to somebody else. And who knows if it's multiple of them doing it to multiple women out here. So
Yeah,
it's just a scary thing.
You gotta think about it like this, Paris. It's 5 niggas in a car, right?
Right.
It's 5 niggas in a car. That mean they got 4 attempts in one night.
Right.
That mean they could steal 4 different cars in one night.
Right.
So, and they only targeting females. So
Right.
the first attempt for their night was us.
Right.
And it just so happens it was a nigga driving.
Right.
You gotta look at it like how they probability look. They like, fuck, this ain't worth it right now.
Right.
Night's still young. We get somebody else. Like, fuck that.
And then on top, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I was telling my boyfriend later after all of this. But basically, this is and then this next clip, this is basically what I'm about to show y'all happened to the other girl. So yeah, that could have been me, y'all. Like, I don't know how that would have went, because a part of me got fighting me, but a part of me is not stupid to lose my life over something I could buy again. You understand? But it's just like, I don't know. It kind of shook me up to see that, because I'm just like, what if they was feeling real like that night and wanted to shoot me or something, or actually was like, oh, maybe y'all know a lot of people who know me and know of me and stuff like that. What if they wanted to take advantage of that situation? And as you can see from the video, they didn't care where they was. They was out on a busy block, on a busy street. Anybody could have seen them. They didn't care. And they was putting on a facade that they actually was like, oh my God, my car. Like, they really made it, like, you feel me? They really made it believable. So it's just like, dang, if that was me, I wonder what could have happened. You know, it's just, you could always think of every other way it could have turned out and stuff like that. It just makes you think like, wow, like, of course these things could happen. We know that, especially moving to Atlanta. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I watched so many videos before moving here, and there was so many videos about what to expect when coming to Atlanta. Of course, you got the I don't even want to say it, but you have the traffic, you have which areas are dangerous, which areas are best to live in, all that. Like, it's so many things that I watched about that, but I never heard of that. Of course I know it's possible. I knew, you know, what I was signing up for, but you wouldn't expect certain things to happen to you. You only think it could happen in movies or to other people, but y'all gotta be just more aware, more conscious of how these things could turn out. So I don't know, y'all. That, I just really want y'all to be very careful. I don't even want to say if you're a woman in a luxury car, if you're a woman in a car, period, because clearly these men do not care at all. Y'all have to be very careful. So if this happens to y'all, Please beware. I want to get this video up as soon as possible just so I can get the message out. Once again, y'all know I don't really make videos like this too much, but I don't know. I guess I just couldn't really believe that it actually happened to me this time. And the fact that I watch all these shows about all these things happening to everybody else, it's just like, dang, I guess reality kind of kicked in and was like, yo, you got to be careful and beware of, you know. And as I mentioned, the other tactics that they would use, not only for sex trafficking, but to literally rob you, whatever case may be, please watch out for that. Like I said, if you see any weird object on your car when it's parked or anything like that, don't try to figure it out. Get in your car, lock the door, and pull out. You can figure it out later. Don't try to, none of that. If you see somebody following you, etc. Of course, Georgia is a state where you can be licensed to carry and walk with your gun and stuff like that. Please, as soon as possible. I know I'm saying this and I'm still in the process of doing my own thing, becoming licensed to carry myself, but please just protect yourself as a woman, period. These men do not care. Even as a man, they be feeling really like that. Be careful. Please, please, please be careful. And if you can, like, avoid any of these type of situations, whether you gotta take an Uber or travel with multiple people, well, like he said, just travel with a gun on your lap. Like, you just have to, nowadays, you just really have to be careful and just be ready to protect yourself at all costs. So I just really wanted to make this video for y'all and just tell y'all about how that whole thing go. I know I didn't really have a full story time, of course, which I'm happy that I'm here to not give y'all whole story time, because I wouldn't even want to go through nothing like that. My car's my baby, so that's just crazy. Another thing is too, if you're a female like me and you like to bedazzle your car and do all that extra stuff, yes, I understand it's cute, but a lot of those things make you a target. And I'm not gonna lie, I partially kind of knew that, and knew that if there's three Range Rovers just like mine in a row, of course mine's gonna be the one that you see first, because I got all this extra stuff going on which I had to get removed. But just be careful, beware. And even if you gotta, look, I be on TikTok sometimes and I randomly come across a video of how to protect yourself, how to break out of certain type of locks and zip ties and all this type of stuff. Just do your research and don't ever think that it can't happen to you, because little do you know, you are not any different from anybody else, and they will do it to you if you get an opportunity. These people is hungry out here and they do not care, and they're very desperate and they have nothing to lose. Be careful, beware, be safe, and yeah, hopefully I don't have to make another video like this. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye, loves.
Got a bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now.